Hi Charlotte, here's your makeup tutorial. Okay, we're gonna start with a fresh, clean face. And you're gonna use your Elemis Dreamy Sleep Moisturizer before you put on your face, so that way it's all soft and smooth. Okay, you also wanna make sure that your hands are freshly washed. It's very important to be clean. So your first step is going to be to apply your base. You have the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream. It's like an all-purpose, it's got a foundation, primer, tinted moisturizer, and skin correcting, for problem areas for like pimples and stuff like that. It's also moisturizing. So everything all in one with sheer coverage, so it's good for you with freckles. Your shade is light. If it's too light or too dark, there's a shade lighter and a shade darker that you can go and exchange it at Sephora for. All right, I'm gonna demo using my own stuff because it's slightly different than yours. And I don't want to use up yours, so you just need like a little dot like that size. And you're just gonna dab it all over your face. And make sure that you rub it in above your ear, down below your jawline, all the way around, because you don't want to get any of those makeup lines, because those look like shit. And you're not going to look like shit after having all this fancy stuff, are you? Okay, get by your nose, around your mouth, your forehead. Even though your forehead might not need it enough, as much, you want to put it there just so that you're uniform. You want it all over so that your skin is even and uniform looking. Okay, you can rub a little like around your eye area and stuff like that, but you don't need to because you're going to be putting some concealer there. So your concealer is the next step. Do you make sure you're all thoroughly covered with your BB cream. So you have the Smashbox High Def Concealer in the shade of Light, and this is where we're going to get out your brushes. So it's your brush kit. They have labels on them, so it'll be easy for you to know which one I'm talking about. So for your concealing, there's a brush that's labeled Concealer. Yay! And it's a little round one. And basically what you do with this brush, take your concealer, and you're gonna squeeze just a tiny bit of it right out the tip there. There's a little bit of oil separation on it, that's fine. You don't need much, you just want to get just a tiny little bit on that brush, and you're going to pat it around so that the ends are all kind of covered with that brush. Okay? Then you're going to go in under your eye and you're going to dab it in those dark circle areas. You're also gonna dab any pimples that you have. So like, I don't have any right now, but I do need this stuff by my nose covered up. So all you do is go in like you're painting, and you just dab and smooth. And the nice thing about the brush is it's gonna blend it really natural for you. So it's see? No work for you. So same thing under your eyes. And obviously you can use a little more than this. You can use quite enough. But this little tube should last you quite a while. And again, if the color's off, just let me know. I can, or maybe I'll send the receipts with you and you can exchange it at Sephora. Okay, so you want to be careful when you conceal under your eye, not to come down beneath this eye wall. You want to keep it like literally so that there's almost a line right in that eye well, and you're just going to fill it in and dab. So we have our concealer all done. We're all set here. If you have a face powder, this would be the time where you could lightly go over. I don't recommend powder because of how dry your skin is, so I would just leave it. You're probably not going to have much problems with creasing. You're not wrinkly or anything like that. Next, we're going to apply some blush. You have the Sephora Peach Fusion shade. It's just a nice lovely peach tone. I hope it shows up well on you. Okay, so if you choose to use powder, You're gonna go ahead and use this big powder brush for it. It's really soft, you'll enjoy it. If you're not gonna use powder, you can use this for your blush, or you can use, it's a foundation brush, but it's got the right shape that you can just dust along the apples of your cheeks. So, take the brush, and you're just gonna load it up nicely, you know, get both sides. And then so you don't have tons on there, or so that it's not really loose, just swirl it around on the lid and get it packed in there. You don't want too much on there. And then you're gonna smile and do it right along this puffy part up here. And you're just gonna paint that apple. See? Lovely. And get a little more. It's okay to have a little pop to your cheek. You can go ahead and get it close to your nose. You can even take it over this eye area a little bit. And you just want to make sure that you have it all the way down to the bottom of this area that's smiling. And you can dust it along the top of your cheekbones as well. And then my trick for making sure that everything looks natural, you'll take a little bit of the blush and you're going to do just a quick swipe on the top of your brow bones. And it's okay if it goes over your eyebrows. It's just going to bring that natural flush to the top of your face and tie it into your cheeks. So, just a little bit. See? And look, pretty already and very natural. Next up is eyeshadow. I'm going to show you a day look first, and then I'm going to show you how to take that day look to a night look with your Natural at Night palette. Look how pretty! Okay, so for day, you want to start with your flat shade. It's the one on the bottom here called Fashion. I think we're on the screen. So, just get a little bit of that on your brush, and you're going to take it on the lid. You can put it in the crease, and you can go right over what you had for the blush at the top. If you need a little more of the blush shade, you know, on your brow bone at the end, that's fine. This is a nice shade because it's going to counteract some of those natural red tones that you have, and it also covers. It's called Spotlight. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and dust that in all over the place here. And it's going to give you a nice flat base, and get it all the way up to your eyebrows in this crease and even down into this inner corner here, you know? It's just going to kind of cover and make everything blend nicely. Okay, for your crease color, oh, and by the way, for the brush, you're using the one that says shadow. It's got this big round end. It's going to be your broader eyeshadow brush, and you can use it for the lid first, and then there's one that's labeled crease, and you'll use this for the darker color that you're going to put inside that a little bit. And we're going to go with Nightcap. It's the second darkest one. And you're just going to take that a little bit right inside your crease. It's really easy. It's just a little C. It's okay if you go above the crease a little bit and below the crease a little bit, and you just want to make sure that's blended. And your line for this, you're going to start not quite all the way down at the inner corner, but you're going to start right about where your eyebrow does for this. So come down from your eyebrow, put that there, and bring it out to around where your eyelashes end. And you're just going to connect the dots right there. So you're going to bring that curve around and connect it to your eyelashes. So it's kind of got like a little V at the end. And you want to be careful. If you go too far, you're going to be too dramatic and look messy. If you go too short, it's going to look incomplete, you know? So you want to kind of get it to go parallel. A good trick is to line it up with the natural curve of your lower lid. So this line, this imaginary line here, that's kind of where you want to stop and change direction. So curve, stop, change direction. It's going to be at a bit of an angle. Do that to both eyes. Alright, so it is as simple as that for your day look. We just have our lid color and our crease color. Then we're going to go through with our CoverGirl Lash Flash Fusion. It's got this kind of fun rubbery brush. Dip it in and go up from the base go down on top of it a little bit. This is especially important on you because you have such blonde lashes. And you really want to try and get it in that corner there. And then comb it up. So you want to go down first and then comb it up and, you know, make sure everything's separated. You can spin the brush a little bit. You can do some wiggles. And same thing on the other eye. So go down and even twist it a little bit. And just be careful not to like push it up against your eyelid because that's going to be messy. But if you do get that messy mascara marks all up on your eyelid, just take a Q-tip and wait till it's dry and just twist the Q-tip right on that and that'll clean it up. So easy as that. Alright, and pull these outer corner lashes. You want to pull them out to the side. That's going to make them look pretty and girly. See? Do-do-do-do, Charlotte's natural look. Okay, we're going to go into doing Charlotte's eyebrows now. We have this Ardell, or no, what do we have? I forget. Well, anyways, the Baked Brow Duo, Browsing. And for this one, you're going to need, are we still good? Okay. We're going to need this angle liner brush, okay? It's going to be this pointy one right here. All you're going to do, you're going to come in on this lighter color side, at least I think that's going to be the right color for you. If it needs a little darkness, you can get some from the other side too, but I think this light side should be good. And you're going to just come in there and just color in your brows a little bit, because you don't need much, you just need your brows a little darker. So, you know, be careful with this, don't go too crazy. I'm sure you won't, but just dust it in. Dust it in. And you can fix your shape, you know. I'll send a spoolie with you too in this too. Oh, you have a spoolie in here, great. Okay, so I'll show you how to spoolie that in a minute. So you can fill in your arch a little bit. You don't really have much of an arch. Like I said, I wouldn't go too crazy with this, with trying to shape your brows. I would just go over what you already have and just use it to fill in a little bit, you know, so that your eyebrows show up. And you can do this with your day look and your night look. It's just a good thing to do. So there we go, a simple natural eyebrow. I gotta fill mine in on the bottom a little bit. Ta-da! Okay, if your eyebrows come out too dark, your spoolie brush is your best friend for correcting that. You're gonna take this spoolie and you're just gonna comb that color through. And it may not look like it's doing much, but it's gonna diffuse any lines from making it too harsh. It's gonna spread the color out. It's gonna make it, you know, cling to the hairs more individually. It's just a good overall